friends, welcome back to my channel. Sas here. I'm here to do Foolery Friday. This is going to be up a little bit later because I worked last night. I slept in. I had to go and pay my taxes, my property taxes, child. I don't know why I wait till the day of. I mean, I know the date. I know when I should have paid them, but I wait till the day of to pay them. And see, now, you know, you can't go in and pay them. You have to use the little drop box. And so there's no cash, you know, except it's so, honey, you had to pull out a good old check or a money order. Y'all, I had to go and dig and try to find me a check to write out. Then the young man came by to mow my yard, okay? And he came by and mow my yard. Child, this youngin', he got 3 jobs. And I was like, girl, you got 3 jobs? I said, well, that sure is good. He said, yeah. And he says, I got 3 jobs. He said, I got a date tonight. I said, you got a date during the pandemic? But he said that his mama is going to cook dinner, and he done invited his little girlfriend up. I said, is that why you got 3 jobs? And he said, yeah. He said, because if she don't eat, I don't eat. Now, let me tell y'all something. That's what that boy told me. Let me repeat those words. That boy looked me right dead in my face. Oh, 16-year-old him said, if she don't eat, I don't eat. That's what he said. I was like, boy, if you don't go somewhere, and I gave him an extra $10. Don't y'all start with me. Don't y'all start with me. That boy got 3 jobs to make that girl happy. And his girlfriend, she got her little job too. Ain't nothing wrong with young love. If she don't eat, I don't eat. Boy. I hope that mama know what she dealing with. I should call her mom. I know that boy's mama. I should inbox that mama and say, that boy told me this. You make sure once that meal is over, she got to go. She got to go. She gonna be his dessert. Ooh. Alright, y'all, let's get into this foolery. How y'all doing? How y'all city doing? Okay. We all know what happened this week. Alright, we know that there were peaceful protests. We know that there were looting. We know that there were rioting going on. Alright. We know that a whole bunch of celebrities stuck their foot in their mouths. Alright. We also know that the 4 murderers have been charged. I'm not going to say their names. Okay. But they have been charged. We know that the piece of trash was charged with 3rd-degree murder. Well, they have bumped that up to 2nd-degree murder. The 3 other pieces of trash, I'm not quite sure what they're getting charged with. I know they're getting charged for being an accessory. But, hey, all 4 of them have been charged. Should have been. Okay. Now, also the other 2 pieces of trash that was involved in Ahmaud Arbery's murder, they have been charged. Also, the piece of trash that was filming it, he has been charged. Now, some more good news, y'all. They have decided to reopen Breonna Taylor's case. Listen. We getting somewhere, y'all. Success. Look, we getting somewhere, okay? At least we got these scumbags being charged. And hopefully, hopefully, they will be found guilty and they will have to spend the majority of their lives in prison. Okay. Now, as far as Breonna Taylor, let's hope that justice will be served for her. Y'all, just a depressing week. Just a terrible week. If you are out there on the front line, just keep doing what you're doing. Stay safe, okay? And just know that there are some people who are thinking about you, and I'm one of them. And, just keep doing what you're doing. I know it looks like it's a long, hard, stumbling road. But we getting there, y'all. We getting there. Now, in due time, okay? In due time. All right, now, let's talk about these celebrities who can't keep their mouth shut. I'm going to need for these celebrities to keep their mouth shut. I'm going to go through a couple. All right? We have Shekinah. Now, I like Shekinah. Shekinah, girl, you just should have just kept your mouth shut. Shekinah is all up on Instagram Live, crying, snot flying, talking about, Gucci ain't never did nothing to y'all. The police officers did nothing to y'all. Y'all gotta stop. Well, quite frankly, I know Gucci ain't never did nothing to me because I ain't got nothing Gucci. I ain't got nothing Gucci. I ain't got nothing Prada. I ain't got nothing Hermes. I ain't got nothing Louis. Okay? You know why? Because first of all, I'm not paying for it. Second of all, it's too overpriced. And for the ones that do have it, salute to you. But if they went in there and they busted open up that window and got them a bag, a coat, a jacket, a wallet, I don't know what they got. Oh, well, do you think that I care that a $1 billion corporation can't think, honey, that store is probably rebuilt? And you up on camera crying, stop flying because you can't go in there and shop? Shekinah, no, not a good look. And of course, after they start taking off limbs from Shekinah on the internet, she come back and said that she was not crying over Gucci. She was crying because of what was going on in her city, of Atlanta. Girl, it's too late now. Now you will forever be the girl that cried over Gucci. Forever. Okay? Let's talk about Trina, the baddest bee. Now they calling Trina the saddest bee. Trina, she has a radio. She's on the radio in the mornings or a podcast, whatever, with Trick Daddy. And honey, she got on now, as they say now, with her whole chest. And said that she is sick and tired of the looting and the rioting. She said that curfew should have been like at 6 p.m. She was going on and on. She even used the term animals. She said that folks run around here acting like, looking like, trying to be animals. Then she said those fatal words, same as Shekinah. They gonna go in there, they gonna loot and tear up my friend's store. Now, she had a whole lot of bass in her voice. Her chest was all swelled up when she was saying those fatal words. But honey, once it hit the internet, when I tell you they ripped her, Lord have mercy, she was trending for hours. And guess what happened? She gets on Twitter and starts having a back and forth with one of her, I think, castmates from Love and Hip Hop Miami. Was it Masika? Who was it, y'all? Child, honey, they was going back and forth. And I said, really? Now, during this fatal outburst from Trina, okay, Trick Daddy, while on the radio or podcast, whatever it was, Trick Daddy was trying to talk her down from the ledge. Trick Daddy said, now wait a minute, Trina. You need to calm down. So he's trying to be the voice of reason. When Trick Daddy is trying to be the voice of reason, then girl, you need to shut the F up. That was your sign right there. When Trick Daddy is telling you, you need to shut the F up. That's what you do. Because for Trick Daddy to tell you that, girl, you stepping over boundaries, you are wrong. She's still going for it. She still got bass in her throat. She's still talking trash. Then, when she seen the feedback, when she seen the blowback, when she seen that people was tearing her from limb to limb, what did she have to do the next day? Issue an apology. I'm sorry for what I said. I should have thought about what I said. I was just passionate. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Shakana had to come back with, that's not what I said. Okay, I wasn't crying over Gucci. I was crying over a situation. Okay, if I offended somebody, I'm sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Let's talk about Drew Brees. Drew Brees is up there running his mouth. And he's talking about the kneeling, and he's talking about how his grandfather was in the military. Time and time again, we have said, Colin Kaepernick has said, it's not about the military. It's about peaceful protest, and it's about police brutality. That is why I'm kneeling peacefully. Colin Kaepernick, not one time when he was in the NFL and when he chose to kneel, not one time did he bother somebody, not one time did he make a ruckus, not one time did he scream, not one time did he yell. He did it himself. And if you want to follow suit and kneel with him, he will accept you. But if not, he didn't get out there and blast your name out, calling you every name but the child of God. That was his choice, his doing. Now Drew, he done stuck his foot in his mouth, and I like Drew Brees. He's not my favorite quarterback. My favorite quarterback in the whole wide world is the greatest quarterback in the whole wide world. I will fight you, Dan Marino from the Miami Dolphins. But I do like Drew Brees. What did Drew Brees have to do? He had to come back and apologize after the internet's done got a hold to this interview and ripped him apart. Not only did they rip him apart, honey, some of his teammates was like, Drew, you're wrong, dude. Okay, you're wrong. You want to talk about peaceful protest when we had Colin doing a whole peaceful protest for over a year and he got dragged through the mud for it. But now you want to talk about peaceful protest and how you're supposed to have a drone. So of course, here he comes with his apology. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I offended, okay, with my insensitive comments. I need to better educate myself. I don't understand these celebrities. Celebrities, and I get to the regular people in a minute. But they are so quick to pick up a camera or type on their phone or a keyboard or whatever, just so they can be the first one to have clicks and views, and just so they can get the likes and the comments. I don't understand this mentality. Once you put it out there, it is out there. And when you say something that you're not going to stand in, it's going to burn you up. It will burn you up. If you got so much bass in your voice and your chest is all swelled up and you believe in what you're saying, you stand in it. Me, myself, I will respect you more. Don't backtrack when they start taking off limbs. Stand in it. Take the lick. Say, hey, you know what? I'm standing by what I'm saying. But see, when money comes involved, that's when they have a change of, opinion. That's when they come out with their apologies. When people start pulling out their sponsorships, when people start pulling out their brand deals, when people are saying, oh, you got an album coming out, I'm not buying it. Oh, you selling hair? I'm not buying it. Oh, you doing a skincare line? I'm not buying it. See, they start thinking about that after the fact. So, is it that you don't mean it? Your apology? Do you mean it? Or are you just doing it to appease, your fans or your public? Okay? Because again, if you got so much bass in your voice, your chest is swollen up, stand in it. Now, let's talk about these non-celebrities out here acting a plumb fool. There's this one lady. I cannot remember her name right now, but I'll put her right here. Okay. So she thought it was a good idea in D.C. There was a Hispanic male trying to rebuild a building. I don't know, he was probably paid to, start rebuilding after the, looting and the rioting. So there's this white girl, okay? She's holding a drill like she is helping with the rebuilding of this city. Now someone's recording her. The person recording her pans over to her boyfriend taking a picture. She's holding the drill like this, and then she hands the drill not a second later to the Hispanic man and says, "Thank you." Honey, that Hispanic man looked at her like that. I know this B-I-T-C-H-A, this bitch. I know she didn't just hand me this drill. And so she's seen herself being filmed. Her and her man gets into their Mercedes, either Mercedes or BMW, I can't remember. The person zoomed in on her license plate. Girl, you better stop. And they just get on in the car. Now, friends, what do you think happened once this hit the internet? Honey, that girl got shook. Listen. The woman in the park got shredded. The guy with the leased building, honey, he got shredded. This girl, ooh, she got torn to pieces. Of course, she had to block her Twitter. She blocked her Instagram. She was a writer for, I think, the DC Examiner. She was a writer for something else. And guess what happened, honey? They found out where she lived. They found out who her boyfriend or slash husband was. They found out her address. They found out her phone number. They found out where she worked. They found out her dog's name, her cat's name, her goldfish name. They found out the last time she ate breakfast. Honey, they found it all out, and she got F-I-R-E-D. You're fired. Fired. To be so bold and brazen, to actually do that in front of a person who's filming you. Didn't have a care in the world. Not a care. This is the type of people that I'm talking about. The selfish people. People who think they are entitled, privileged. That is a prime example. If you're not understanding it, that is a prime example. Now, of course, it wasn't all bad. Of course, we have many celebrities who are out there beating the pavement, talking to the people, trying to, get a grasp of what is going on. Honey, even the Amish, it was either the Amish or the Mennonites. Did I say that right? They even came out. Honey, they came out and they was like, listen here. We are here. Okay? We've been here. been true, y'all. They always been true. And when I tell you they make the best bread. Honey, it's this little Amish store about 45 minutes where I live. When I tell you every time I go by there, I stop. You can smell the bakery through. You can smell it from the road. I'm not lying, y'all. You can smell the goodness from the road. And honey, I bust up in there and I'm ready to spend money. I get preserves, I get bread, I get pies, I get cakes, I get ice cream. I call the ice cream. They even make their own homemade ice cream, child. I get ice cream. I get it all. I get cooked. I get it all. They know what they're doing. But salute to them. They were standing there. They had their little signs and they went on their merry way. If this week don't make you think that some changes need to happen, and I do feel like that we're making some type of, way towards that, a better solution. I don't know what else to tell you, I don't know what else to tell you in realizing that this was a powerful week, historical week, okay? If it didn't open up your eyes and see the struggle of black people or people of color, I don't know what else to tell you. Your eyes will forever be closed, forever. And nothing anybody can say or do will change that. Nothing. If you still want to be openly ignorant, then that's on you. I'm not here to change your mind. Okay? I'm not here to change your mind. That's on you. Alright? Alright, so I think there's a couple of celebrity gossip. Let's see, child. Okay, I do have a couple of celebrity gossip. We have Amanda Seal. She was on, was it The Real? Yeah, she was on The Real. Is that the one with Lonnie Love? Yeah, The Real. For how long was she on there? 6 months. Anyway, she was on The Real, and honey, she did not renew her contract. She says they were not a fit for me. Child, I could have told you that. She didn't even look right sitting there. She is too political for them. I think she's too political, too real. She's very pro-black. And it just wasn't a good fit. She says that it had nothing to do with the other ladies. Her and the other ladies got along well. But, she says that, so don't try to put that out there. But it just wasn't a good fit for her. Honey, I could have told you that. I don't even watch The Real. And, honey, when I found out that she was going to be sitting there, I was like, this ain't going to last long. Not at all, so. Anyway, she's leaving, and good for her. Apparently, Faith Evans went upside Stevie J's head. She was charged with domestic violence. And I think this was earlier She was charged with domestic violence. She done went upside Stevie J's head. Soon as I get home, I'm tearing up your head. Baby, I do what I gotta do. Faith said, as soon as I roll up in this house, I'm taking you out. Baby, why don't y'all stop putting hands on each other? Stop putting hands on each other. Leave each other alone. Child, I didn't do too much research on that. I don't know why she went upside his head. I don't know what he did, what she did. I don't know nothing about that. Honey, it's Stevie J. And this is my question. Why Faith Evans with Stevie J? Did y'all always think that they were a good match. Honey, I always thought they were odd. Again, guys, I appreciate you. Y'all stay safe, okay? There's still a pandemic going on, y'all. You know, COVID ain't went nowhere. There's still a pandemic. Y'all stay safe. Continue to wash your hands. Continue to wear your mask, all right? Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends.